What's up, Juventus? This last chance for Koopmeiners. Dissatisfaction being reported. We'll take a look at that. Kolo Muani keeps waiting for Juve. Is Weah move the one that unlocks him? Or are we looking at alternatives as there's a new name on the target list? And Tudor, apparently the plan B formation is revealed. We're going to go through all this together right now. I'm Berto. This is the AJCR channel dedicated to Juventus. It's August 4th. Let's rock with the news. We kick things off with Kolo Muani, who continues to wait for Juventus. He has Premier League teams interested, and PSG has opened up to loan plus obligation. They want a total package of 50 million euros. Fabrizio Romano states that throughout the weekend there was steady contact from Juventus, letting Kolo Muani know that they are still working on it, but the plan and the intentions are still to see him return to Turin. But we know that working on it isn't necessarily the deal with PSG. It's saying goodbyes at Juventus, and Juve has already spent 118.5 million euros, and a lot of that is from obligations from previous deals made. But it's the same story. What I've been telling you and what Kamoli told us is that guys need to leave. You need to make space on the roster and financially to bring players in. The Weah deal, is that the deal that unlocks Kolo Muani? We asked that on yesterday's podcast as well. That's got to be the move. Go and get Kolo Muani. But it might not be. That deal still isn't finalized. He is still waiting. He is with the team in Germany right now, awaiting his exit and for the final documentation to get signed, sealed, and delivered. But it's being reported that that move would open the door for a move for either Palestra or Dodo, or the new name is Arnaud Martinez, the 22-year-old from Girona, that's available for 10 to 12 million euros. So we might still be waiting to strike on Kolo Muani. How do you feel about that? Let me know, because apparently Kolo Muani could be what Kamoli pretty much hinted at, almost flat out said in his interview, tied to Dusan Vlahovic. And the latest is that Milan is continuing to press for that move, and they might circle back to a rumor we heard earlier on in the mercato, and that was a move that involves Malick Thiaw coming to Juventus for Dusan Vlahovic, going the opposite direction. So again, all eyes on this situation, and Kolo Muani continues to wait, but for how long? Nico Gonzalez is another player that might open the door for Kolo Muani, but there have been no offers as of yet. There's been rumored interest from Inter if things don't pan out with Lookman. However, there have been no contacts from Inter with the player or his entourage. So we are at a wait and see basis for Kolo Muani and really any other players coming in at the moment. When it comes to the Club World Cup and the Reggiana 2-2, there is apparently some rumored dissatisfaction from Juventus, and it circles around Koopmeiners. Apparently his performances now have finally got Juventus at a point where it's being rumored this is a prove it season for Koopmeiners, or they are going to ship him away next summer and try to sell the player. So Koopmeiners, all eyes on him, and he is going to be under the microscope this season according to today's reports, and to be honest, rightfully so. However, Tudor, that's a big challenge that faces him. But another challenge that faces him, something we've all been asking for, what is plan B? What is your alternative? Because you've got a mishmash of players that were brought in for another coach and another system. And what is your alternative? Well, apparently it's rumored to be 4-2-3-1. 3-4-2-1 is what we've seen predominantly, but apparently 4-2-3-1 is what his plan B is going to be with the squad. Now, as far as this rumor goes, they claim that he even went to it in the second half of the Reggiana game, but I didn't see it. Not at all. Still had Giallo, still had Rugani, still had Gatti acting as three center backs. None of them were pressing up the flanks to get one of those wingers higher up. It still looked like the same 3-4-2-1 to me. However, this is what's being reported, and to be honest, I think he should have something that is a 4-man back set as an alternative, and he should probably have yet another alternative as well if you're going to play with a 3-man back set that utilizes 3 midfielders. So it can't just be plan B. This guy's going to need plan A, plan B, plan C, and potentially plan D. And it's got to make sense to the opponents we are going to play. And that's something that he got criticized for coming out of that Club World Cup and how he shaped us against City and even Madrid. So let's see. How do you feel about the 4-2-3-1? How would you line up the players in your perfect formation for the players we currently have at Juve? I want to hear from all of you on that and all the news you just heard here today. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel and join our AJC army. Can't wait to mix it up with you all. And until tomorrow's edition, as always, fino alla fine, forza Juventus, ciao tutti.